Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a second suspect was arrested in relation to the deadly carjacking out of Jackson County. And 6 years after the murder of Arlie Owens, the case has finally reached a resolution.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. I'm Madison Carmouche. We're coming up on 5 o'clock this morning, and it's Tuesday. At least it's not Monday, right? Let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast.
Well, it's like the rest of the crew says, right, Madison? Monday 2.0. Everyone, a good Tuesday morning to you. No fog issues this morning. Hey, that's a good thing, right? Just dealing with a lot of clouds. It's a little bit warmer than it was this time 24 hours ago. And 63 outside our door, 63 at Manchester, 58 at Clintwood, 63 Jonesville, and we're doing 64 to 67. Not on a speed of your car or vehicle, or at least travel-wise on 64. Those are the temperatures right now, respectively, for Moorhead and Ashland. All right, here are all the clouds across eastern and southern Kentucky to get us going on this Tuesday morning. Yes, some radar returns as well. Not all of this is hitting the ground, so we end up dealing with a few sprinkles, maybe a shower or two. That's pretty much it. And then we get some drier air to come in to turn skies partly sunny as we head through the middle and the second half of your Tuesday, and a forecast high later today up to 84 in Hazard. More about your ARH First Alert 7-day forecast coming up in this 5 o'clock hour. Madison?
All right, Tim, thank you. More details are emerging from the criminal past of a man accused of running over and killing a woman in Jackson County. Investigators believe Michael Edwards carjacked Tracy Clemens at a T-Mart in Annville Saturday. When she tried to stop him, they say he dragged her 40 feet before running over her with her own vehicle. The Department of Corrections confirms Edwards was previously convicted of assault in Clay County. It stems from a 2014 shooting that happened in a Walmart parking lot in Manchester.
Michael Edwards pulled a handgun and shot Richard Lawson twice in the abdomen.
Edwards was sentenced to 10 years in prison in December of 2016. State officials say he was released in May 2023 under mandatory re-entry supervision, which he finished in October of last year. Authorities also arrested a second suspect yesterday afternoon. Richard Markham faces charges of carjacking and tampering with evidence. The Jackson County Sheriff says Markham was driving the vehicle that Edwards got out of at the gas station. 6 years after an elderly man was beaten to death inside his home, the man charged says he's guilty. David Strong pleaded guilty yesterday to robbery and murder of 86-year-old Arlie Owens. It happened in Pulaski County in May of 2018. Prosecutors are now recommending life without the possibility of parole for 25 years. Strong will be sentenced September 26th. The Wayne County, West Virginia's Sheriff's Office is investigating after a body was found near the Paddle Creek area of Fort Gay on Saturday. Sheriff Rick Thompson says the body has been identified as Caleb Markham. There is no word of how Markham died, but the sheriff says they are looking into it. A mobile disaster recovery center is now open in Whitley County. This is for those who experienced losses during severe storms between May 21st and 27th. The center is open from 10 in the morning to 7 in the evening through Saturday at the Whitley County Cooperative Extension Office. Homeowners and renters in Clay, Knox, and Whitley counties can apply for FEMA assistance. Officials with the State Highway Department closed the Blackie Bridge in early June for repairs, but the bridge is now open again for drivers. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox tells us how excited the community is with its reopening.
Blackie librarian Grace Ragland says many would walk across the bridge to their cars on the Highway 7 side, avoiding the longer routes like River Road.
People that worked, and you know, sometimes they would have to come in late at night or whatever, but a lot of them kept a car on the Blackie side of the bridge and another vehicle on the other side of the bridge.
Now they can drive back and forth, a moment many community members in Blackie have long awaited.
The Blackie citizens are free today, you know.
Crews removed barriers on each side of the bridge, and the news began to spread. They would not have to take difficult alternate routes anymore.
And my son left to go to his job, and he called me and he said, they're clearing out the bridge, you know. Now we can just shoot across the bridge like always and, you know, head toward Hazard on 7 there or head the opposite way, and it makes it so much easier.
The impact reaches beyond simply being able to drive across the bridge.
It's a big deal for the people who live here, for the kids who are going to school from over here, and for our library, because we have some patrons that will not drive River Road and that are not physically able to walk across the bridge.
The Blackie Bridge has been there since 1930 and will continue to stand. In Blackie, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Road Department officials said the bridge was closed for repairs on steel connections. Officials said they appreciate the public's patience and understanding. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. When we return, Hazard is continuing to grow its downtown as multiple businesses have recently moved in.
And weather-wise this morning may not be a bright start to the day, but hey, it's still a good feel to the air. We'll also talk about some of the radar returns here. Does a lack of a bright start mean a wet start? We'll let you know. Your first alert 7-day forecast is coming up right after this.